Does it not show up
I hate
the
you.
same?
Well, hello there. Allow me to introduce myself real quick. My name is Vapton, and I am attempting to become a better builder, so go ahead and subscribe so that you can tell people you liked me before I was cool. So, as you could have guessed, this channel is going to be a little bit more centered around survival builds. I might do some creative here and there, but I've got a few projects that I've done that I'm kind of proud of, except for this. I don't know what the fuck this is, but yeah, if you like this kind of content, absolutely stick around. I hope to be posting maybe once a week. We'll see how that goes. I figured it'd be appropriate to start this channel out by showcasing what I've built in my current world, and I feel like it's probably best to start with the build that's a little difficult to miss, my massive balls. Now, when I say my massive balls, I really mean our massive balls. This took a team of my friends to pull off, and it took a long time too. We aren't exactly, YouTubers before, so this was more spread out over the course of a year. And I had this idea to make like a blue to purple gradient. It didn't quite turn out the way I expected it to in the end, unfortunately. But I guess that's just what I get for not fully designing it out in creative before making it in survival. You live and you learn. But as an added bonus, it does have a pretty nice glow to it at night. And while this build may not be everything that I had hoped it to be, I am pretty proud with how it turned out. And I think the gold ball in the center was a nice touch on it as well. And I think that's a good segue into our next build here. We call it the one-up house because it was designed to one-up another house that my friend had built. Most of this is his design. I really just did the top floor, but building it really helped me, figure out how to actually make a decent looking house, because before my house building style was just square with maybe a triangle roof. It wasn't that interesting. Now, this build was actually quite simple. It was really just a matter of transferring it over from creative mode. It just looked really daunting, so we kind of put off building it for a long time and really just finished up the balls first. But this is now our main base of operations, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm proud of how it turned out. Now, most of the interior is pretty empty, and I've got a bit of an unfinished mapping project in here. So at least, I got something to work on, so more to come on that. And I guess that's a good time to lead into the next build, which is actually kind of ripped out of Destiny. If you guys have ever played that game, the first game at least, there was a little structure similar to this sitting behind Commander Zavala. And we decided to take inspiration from that, and this is what we came up with. It's kind of hard to... God damn it. Kind of hard to see what's going on here, so let me sleep through the night so that you can get a better view of the sphere that we've built, which I guess you'll see a common trend of circles on this world, or I guess that's really about it, there and there. But I am super proud with how this turned out, despite how relatively simple it is. Now, this one might actually be the quickest and easiest thing we built, because it was really just big flat plane. The most challenging thing was probably the sphere, and we just copied it off of a website, I'm gonna be honest. But once again, it kind of looks cool, so nice thing in the background. And I don't fully understand it, but this counts as a mountain biome, so we get a little bit of snow at the top. I'm still in the process of fixing that. We don't have a super efficient string farm. We just kill cats with the iron farm. It works, but it's slow. And believe it or not, I have actually saved the best for last. If we go down this tunnel, we have... it's not like super detailed, but I am pretty happy with how this turned out. It required a lot of excavating by hand, which was a pain. But here's the end portal, and if it loads in quick, we've got a bit of a night sky effect going on here, which I'm super happy with how this turned out. And as some of you may have already recognized, this night sky was inspired by Grian's Hermitcraft Season 8 base. Now, this project might actually be the largest and most time-consuming project I've ever done, just because we had to do all the excavation by hand, which took, honestly, ages. And as you can see here, I was like jumping down to see how far we were, because this just took forever to do. Mapping out where the ceiling was going to go so that we could do that Starry Night effect, and then everything had to be completely closed off, so that we'd have that darkness that makes that Starry Night kind of pop. Also, thankfully, due to bedrock being weird and buggy, we kind of like cheated our way through the deep slate areas. Placing the concrete was pretty easy, grinding it was just time consuming. And then for the light effect, it was similar to Grian's. I think I just used a lot less of the tinted glass, because I just had tinted glass around the end rods so that the light didn't like spread across the glass, and it kind of gave it a more hidden effect. I'm definitely extremely proud with how this turned out. And I actually think that about covers the bulk of what we've accomplished on this world. Thanks for watching if you made it to the end of this, and if you guys enjoy these kinds of builds, definitely make sure to subscribe, watch the journey, and I will be sure to maybe record and document a little bit more of the build process rather than having to, just show screenshots throughout the entire process. But thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.